There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
Welcome back to Kids in the Kitchen. Today we're focusing on making cupcakes. We're making ice cream cupcakes and we're making your regular cupcakes. And we did that prior to the break. So we made a lemon cupcake and a chocolate cupcake. Now we'll be focusing on our frosting. And during the break, what Sheila and I did is we made 2 batches of your basic buttercream frosting. Butter, sugar, vanilla. It really doesn't get more simple than that. A stick of butter, a full box of your confectionate sugar. That's 16 ounces. We whip that up. So now what we're going to do is a lemon cream cheese buttercream frosting. Kind of, add a little variety in your life. And most of this is going to be done by Matthew and Sherry because they're professionals now at making frosting. So we're going to have them do all the mixing. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We have 4 tablespoons of what?
Butter.
And we have 8 ounces of what's this?
Cream cheese.
Okay, excellent. So we're going to start off by creaming the butter and cream cheese together. Sherry, you want to go ahead and start that off for us?
Sure.
Okay, good. Go ahead, turn it on. Got the power. So you don't have to do it too long because you see it's really soft already. Okay, I'm going to turn it off real quick. Okay.
I love the smell of cream cheese.
So Sherry's done a really good job. We've had our butter and cream cheese at room temperature. Now we're going to add our lemon juice.
Lemon.
We have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice that Matthew juiced for us. Go ahead, dump it all in, whole thing. And we can go ahead and blend that up. There you go, that looks good. Mix it all in there. Okay, so Matthew's going to take over now, and Sherry's going to help Matthew. We're going to slowly add in the sugar, not all at one time, but a little bit at a time. So why don't we do like a third of that sugar in there?
And one thing that's really great about our guests today, we've been talking about how math and chemistry and science all come together in cooking. And so one of the things that we always try to do with the young people is, bring some math into it. So 1/3, do conversions, talk about measurement.
Hold the ball. There you go. I'm sorry, I cut you off, didn't I? Okay, you can turn it off. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut Sheila off. I was so focused on making the frosting. I was like...
And all I was saying was that the kitchen is a great place for other lessons like math. So we've been talking a lot about that today.
Okay, that looks good. A little bit more. A little bit more. There you go. Okay, mix that in. There you go. That looks good. Okay, you want to turn it off? Okay, so what we're doing also in between, like we did with the cake, is we're taking the spatula, making sure we mix everything in. Now we're going to add the rest of our sugar and mix up our icing, or frosting, sorry. Just dump the whole thing in there. There you go. Now be careful, it'll fly up. Okay?
Right, we want to let you guys know when you're baking at home, make sure you wear something that's durable because you will wear what you bake.
Right, your hands will get dirty. Don't be afraid of the food. The food is your friend. Go ahead, why don't you start again? There you go. That's good. Keep turning the bowl. That looks really good. Want to turn it off real quick? Okay. We'll do one more scrape, and then we'll almost be done with our lemon butter cream frosting. There you go. You want to make sure you turn the mixer off again when you're scraping the bowl down, because it would be a hazard. You could hurt yourself.
And Micah, that's lemon butter cream cheese frosting,
Yes,
right?
it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Don't want to confuse anybody. Go ahead. That's good. Reach down in there and get all of the sugar in. Awesome. That's a good job. Okay, Matthew and Sherry have done a really good job. You can see it's all mixed up right here, right now. And so what we're going to talk about next is how you can do variations. So like I said, prior to the break we did buttercream frosting. So what I did over the break is I asked Sherry and Matthew if they'd like to do any special flavors today for their cupcakes. So we're going to do 2 special flavors. We're going to divide one of our regular vanilla buttercream, and we're going to add some cocoa powder to make a chocolate buttercream. And then we're going to add what I'm calling mint powder to our icing to make a peppermint. And basically what I did is I took an old can, really. I don't have a tenderizer, I broke it. So I used an old can and I beat up some mints, chopped them up, took a strainer to separate the powder out, and that's what we have right there. Hold on 1 second. We're going to push this back. Now, what the 2 of them are waiting for, step through. The 2 of them are waiting for they want to taste the icing. So Sheila has 2 spoons here. We're going to let them go ahead and taste the icing before we go ahead and mix. During the break, they've been eating tons of icing.
Well, you never can get too much sugar. For me, the icing is the favorite part of the cake. So I was really thrilled to know that we're going to have 4 choices today. Chocolate, peppermint, lemon, and buttercream.
You like it? Good. Okay. So, very simply, we have about almost a half cup or a third a cup of peppermint. We're going to add a little of this to this vanilla. And you can do this simply by taste and visual cues. Add a little bit of the chocolate to this one. So why don't you go ahead and mix this up for me since you wanted the peppermint. I've got something for you. Matthew, if you could mix up the chocolate.
Okay.
We're going to continue mixing our icings. And when we return from the break, what we'll be doing is we'll be garnishing our cupcakes. That's got a lot of powder. We're going to have to add some icing to that. That's okay. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Okay?
This looks like a Mars.
Yeah, I know. We're just going to add some of this in there.